The reason why a lot of women feel uncomfortable with themselves is because they feel that they're not good enough and they're not relevant in purpose. And that is the reason why women can be competitive. So, I want to share something with you this morning, something that I learned and I value so much. It was regarding the life of Moses. Now, there were a few women who took part in the story of Moses' life. In fact, they were all women because, as far as we're aware, his father just impregnated his mother and disappeared from the scene. So, let's start from these women, the Hebrew midwives. These women were defiant. They didn't care about the orders that were given by the king because they were the reason, their decision was the reason why Moses was not killed at birth. It wasn't clear in the Bible whether they were the midwives who attended his birth, but we know that most likely they will be the one because it was a Hebrew child and they were Hebrew midwives. So the second woman who was instrumental to God's purpose was Moses' mother. This woman she had good eyes. She could see. The reason why all the drama about Moses' life happened was because that woman's vision was clear regarding her child, the baby who was born to her. She was happy to defy orders. She didn't really care what the king said. This is my child. This is a destiny that's been committed to me and it will survive. She was creative. The Bible says that she made a basket with papyrus and she coated it with tar. Before the birth of Moses, the Bible didn't tell us the job that this woman did. So at times God will give you unique wisdom regarding the children he has given to you, regarding the project he has given to you. It doesn't have to be something that has been tried by somebody else. Once God gives you an inspiration, jump in and benefit from it. I bet Moses' mother may have been able to make a business out of making Moses' basket after she used it for her child. The next person I want to consider is Moses' sister. Moses' sister was bold. She was bold to ask. The Bible says that she positioned herself somewhere and she was watching the Moses basket as it floated along the river. She was bold. She was very bold. And guess what? When Pharaoh's daughter saw the baby, she was the one who walked up to Pharaoh's daughter and said, "Would you like me to look for a nanny?" If you think about it, that this is a Hebrew slave child, everything that should make her to not speak. She was Hebrew, but she was addressing the daughter of Pharaoh, who was very posh, very classy, and high class. So she was Hebrew. She was a child. So many of us, we don't listen to ideas from our children. God speaks through your child. God speaks through your children. So she was Hebrew, she was a child, and she was a slave girl. So 3 reasons why she should not have been fit for purpose, but she did it all the same. The Pharaoh's daughter did not question her, just took her recommendation. I mean, imagine the princess of the land taking recommendation from an innocent child who is inexperienced, who has never been through the journey of motherhood. It's just like me asking the 4-year-old in your house, where do you think I should put my child to go to school? But when you are involved in God's project, he gives you the right word and he does not discriminate. The last group of people to talk about, the last person to talk about is Pharaoh's daughter. Pharaoh's daughter was kind-hearted. On my way to work this morning, I was listening to the story of Joseph. And I thought a lot of us hate Egypt, but you need to go and read the story or listen to the story of Joseph, and you will see that amazing things happen in Egypt. The Egyptians were amazing. All that you want to hear about is how they died in the sea, but there were lots of beautiful things about this group of people. So when you see the Egyptians you see today, you will not see anymore. There are some Egyptians you need to see. The Bible is amazing. It got me so emotional. Well, I'm always emotional listening to the scriptures anyway. So Pharaoh's daughter was kind-hearted. She had the capacity to love, and she allowed others to breathe. She allowed others to breathe. Pharaoh's daughter, high-class woman, strolling by the seas. A child walked up to her and she listened to that child. Wow, just think about it. Most celebrities these days, before you don't even have access to reach them. You have to go through like 23 people to be able to say hello, ma. But you know what? That woman was accessible. Somebody could talk to her. No wonder God used her. No wonder God found her fit for purpose in the story of Moses' life. My dear sisters, she knew that that was a Hebrew child, yet she embraced it. Some of us are so blinded by religion. We're so blinded that this person does not attend my church. They have not been taught the way I've been taught. So their problem is not my business. Oh my God. You see the reason why life is the way it is? You see the reason why so many of us are praying and nothing is happening? We have segregated ourselves so much. The Bible says you should do good to people, most especially those of the household of faith. It doesn't mean you should not do good to people who do not belong to your religion or your church, or speak the way you do or look the way you do. These women were fit for purpose. God had a major project, and that project was to make sure that Moses survived, and he enlisted the help of these people. Can I ask you, if God had a major project, will he find you worthy? Will he find you good enough to take part? There's so many projects ongoing. Every time I look at the leadership of Thy Precious 12, I laugh at the diversity, at how these women are different. We are all from different economic background. We're all from different educational background. We're different age groups. We're different, whatever it is, we're all different. But every woman is unique. And that's the reason why we serve the way we serve. Are you discriminative? Look at yourself this morning. If God was to recruit for a major project, what is it about you that will make you able to function within a team of women who may be different from you? That was what I learned. I hope it means something to you. Can God use you? You got many things that God could use, but will he use it to his own advantage? Some of us can speak, but would only speak to the people we like. We would only take care of people who belong to our church. We would only be nice to people who are from our kind of economic status and from our hometown. No, look at that. God recruited the young, the aged, the working class, the extremely rich, the illiterate, the literate, everybody, even the slaves, the girls of Pharaoh's daughter helped in this project. I hope you be willing to serve. I hope you be available to serve. Whatever features you have, God can use it. There's no need for you to feel threatened by somebody else. Pharaoh's daughter did her job. Moses' mother did her job. The midwives did their job. The little girl did their job. There was no competition. At each point, each person was there to do what God wanted them to do. I'll keep doing mine. You don't need to look and say, well, Mobola is doing everything. No, not one person did everything. The job was distributed equally. Stay in the position God has given you. Enjoy serving in what God has called you to do. Let somebody else breathe and do their job. God bless you. Have a lovely day.